Hello and welcome to my channel and so on and so on, and like and subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Now that that's all the way, let's get into the content that you clicked for. I took a look at the music I listened to on Monday the 17th of April and ranked each of these pieces. I went down the recommended new songs list and Tidal, skipping no songs. My ranking list tops out at A1 from day one, but goes all the way down to Not For Me. I prefer Not For Me because I'm sure some of the music that doesn't resonate with me just wasn't made for me to understand. I hope you'll check out all of the music I placed and let me know just how wrong I am in the comments below. I'll start with Ghost's cover of Genesis's Jesus, He Knows My Name, which on paper seems like a great idea. It's definitely Ghost doing what they do, but it feels to me like a treading water trick, like when Weezer decided to do a bunch of covers because the internet. It's fine, but I prefer their original compositions. This is a wouldn't skip if it came up song, but it's not one I would go seeking. Similarly, Champ with Edgar Winter by Portugal the Man just doesn't capture my interest. I've never really figured out how or why to get into Portugal the Man, so maybe it's my problem. That lands this song firmly in the Not For Me category. Bailey Bigger's Arkansas Is Nice takes a much higher spot in the Listen Again slot, even if it's a pretty straight-ahead critique of capitalism. Clocking in to sell my soul. A previous song, Coyote Red, makes the song feel a little less, but this is definitely up there for a more traditional country sound. As for the next song, I think it might grow on me over time, but in contrast to Arkansas Is Nice, I can only give it a would not skip. I think the combination of Dove Cameron, Sturgill Simpson, and Diplo is actually quite interesting, and the guitar work is great, actually. It's just not something that I could see myself remembering unless the team carries on with more in a similar vein. I'd like to hear that. The song has used me, and I wouldn't skip it, but I can't say I'd seek it out either when all three of the contributing artists have done more interesting things in the past. The next song I listened to was Celine Dion's Love Again. You will love again. Maybe it's blasphemy, but the whole feel is not for me. More power to you if you enjoy it, but I have a hard time with ballads to begin with. Latitudes by Triptides, though, gets a spot in Listen Again. It's focused with that slight jam band psychedelic feel. The verses are quite tight, but that's what leads to the important parts, the groovy breakdown sections that comment on and color the song. Plus, it's got that gentle 70s soul sound in the production. Feller Talk is another wouldn't skip with Krotoveg to Helveta, which I'm sure I pronounced wrong. I can see it in a playlist with the classical heavy metal side of music like Judas Priest or even Ghost. There's just not a lot there that I find different enough from all else that's come before to elevate it beyond somewhere in the middle of a playlist. Which is weird because my next selection is in the I'd Listen Again column precisely because it is similar to stuff I've listened to before. It's that groove with someone talk rapping over that owes existence to John Cooper Clarke, Ian Drury, the Sleaford Mod, but with also a dose of Illuminati hotties. What kicks this track into the re-listen section is the saxophone work on the back end of the track. Before I forget to name it, the track is Oh No by Iguana Death Cult. I haven't hit on an A1 track yet, but I think that's because it's very hard to be the best at something, especially when listening to disparate musical styles, which is the ideal. Ipsissimus by Blood Ceremony is worth not skipping, but despite some very good guitar work and excellent singing, doesn't really do anything I haven't heard before. You can slot this one in with Ghost and Kveler Talk. Chemical by Post Malone is just not for me. I don't hear anything other than pop radio all over it. And while that's fine, that's my review and my placement for the song. It's fine. As for Munas, the one that got away, I like the 80s bass vibe, but I also heard this type of performance done more strongly elsewhere. It's a good performance that just doesn't resonate with me. I wouldn't go so far as to say it's not for me, but like the last track, it's fine. Like a Pacific Northwest sports team, we're kind of losing our way in the last quarter. Searching by Two Lens continues a trend of songs that sound like other previous songs. This is clearly working from the DNA of the Billie Eilish down-tempo moment, and is once again a fairly strong performance. At first listen, I thought it was going to go in the It's Fine category, but I took another listen, as I did for all of these tracks, and in the appropriate playlist with Eilish and probably some Conan Gray, I would not skip the song. There are only three left for this week's last week's music, TWL, WM as they say, or I say. Arsonist by Dro Kenji starts with a really good idea with the fire and demonic imagery, and then just becomes the same rap about the same things you hear in just about every song. We have better, more demonic rap worth listening to. Maybe I'm not getting it, so I'm just going to put it in the not for me category. SOS by Balming Tiger is actually amazing, however, blending a few different styles together and managing to sound both modern and like a throwback to some spectral 80s pop. Maybe I'm just a sucker for straight ahead beats that have a pneumatic drill kind of sound effect in them.
I could be anything.
A1 from day one. Finally, rounding out our list is the other A1 track. It's Ludwig van, Symphony 8, Opus 93, specifically the first movement played to exquisite perfection by the Verbier Festival Chamber Orchestra. It's fast, it's bright, it's funny, it's clever. I love to hear it. So there you have it, my rankings of the music I listened to last Monday. Please angrily type like a monkey with fists instead of digits in the comments explaining what I don't understand or got wrong if I didn't enjoy your personal favorites as much as you do. Or just let me know what your favorite finds were this week. This is the part where I would tell you to like and subscribe, but I've already done that.